right? Yes. So I noticed aside game meter and maybe load runner, maybe someone has used something before that better than all those two. Yeah. So something unconventional actually. Yeah, yeah. Okay. F Young. Yeah. Yeah, he said I have come to you want to share the gospel. I don't have the gospel to share. I'm looking for the gospel. uh, Probably F Young has a good news to share. Then also please, I look so sorry face. I wanted to ask maybe people can share what like the QA metrics for their companies, like how they measure QA performance. Because I've had some companies say that the measure is by the number of bugs in production. Some say by number of test cases. Some say people will want to share. Huh? Yeah, can someone else like on mute? Maybe it's my network or face network. I don't. Okay, okay, yes. Well, as as funny as it sounds, some people use the number of test cases, the number of bugs that slip into production, while some use so the minimal, the number of bugs that enter production, the better for the QA engineer actually. And most times too, the higher the number of bugs that you, the QA engineer, have found, the better for you too, actually. So I think some companies use that to to measure QA performance of companies. And in as much as we want to say that it's not a good metric, right? But what's basically the essence of these are my opinion anyway. Like they are not industry standards, so don't crucify me. So we're thinking, what is if you as the key engineer you are there and you're not finding bug, what exactly are you not doing? Because your test cases basically should lead you to find bugs. Your automation scripts actually should lead you to find bugs. So it will be bad if users complain about something and probably they click a button and the button just crash the app, or the button they click a button and the button just misbehave and they bring it to the team. Who would they first point at? The QA engineer. So in as much as we don't like it as QA engineer that we say that our job is to find bugs, that is what the industry like what people expect subconsciously. They said that you, as a QA engineer, one of your key responsibilities is to find bugs. And I was listening to James Whitney. Is it with James? This guy that works in Google, that works in Microsoft. I think it was their director of test or something like that. So So he was saying one time that um issue was that hello, can anybody hear me? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so at times like this this old old men that have done tests in 1990 something, right? That have done so I just in my I listen thinking. So the guy was saying that they had an issue at was yes, Google. So was tester. So it's not actually free tester there, right? So as Google or Microsoft, they had 1 to 1, right? And they and they said that the executives they are happy to see 13,000 number of test cases, 18,000 number of test cases, because for some reason it makes them sleep better. Right? I don't know what gave them that idea. But they found out that the application was buggy. Even though they've done automation, they've done all their pipeline, all those things that we talked about, which Kingsley was saying during the and I don't know if you guys were there last week Friday when Kingsley was talking about security testing, and Faith asked him why the zip, and he mentioned something. I don't know if you guys get it. He said that he's just tired of hearing automation stuff. Right? That he's just tired. He's just tired. He's just tired. Right. So, and the James was saying that they had the first version of Google Map was so buggy, even though they had one tester, one developer. So they've done all the automation pipeline and everything in the application, such that there was a point that they don't they didn't have any manual tester at all. But discovered that there were some bugs that users were reporting that automation could not even catch at all. Right? And these are real bugs. They can actually catch those bugs. So what did he do? He had to reach out to his network and tell them that, oh, please give me your best bug finders. He didn't say testers. Though. Now, I'm going somewhere here. He said he reached out to people in his network from other companies, from like Amazon, Facebook, and people that they should they should give him their best bug finders. So, and they gave him like 50 from every people. And the bug finders, how did they check the bug finders? They check them by who reported the highest number of I so they check their metrics and say, okay, which the executive in the company don't know why, because they don't like their director. And then not right. So yeah, you have to do it discreetly. Then he was able to streamline the 50 to 8 guys, right? 8 people. Right. So those 8 people were now hired as manual testers. They are not like it was so specific. But those guys that they are manual that there's those the automation, those things are nice to us, right? You get them to do what real users do because real users will not start users will interact the app. They will interact with the app the way they should. Like they will test, they will everything in the app. So seeing bugs that the test engineers, the automation engineers were missing. And so what is my point here? My point is that in as much as we are learning those tools, because I also try to put myself in check as well. I've learned most of those tools, right? But at times I just do like a survey, like a self-survey, and say, oh, how am I doing? All these tools, how does it help the business, right? So, and I found out, from research and from experience and from people that anytime a bug slip into production, right, those bugs that slip into production, they are bugs that automation we hardly find, honestly speaking, right? Because there are bugs that you actually cannot, it will be difficult to automate them, right? So there are bugs that people that you probably find if you are testing as someone that is looking for bugs actually. So nowadays, if I'm testing, right, I'm not just aside the fact that I'm testing like a tester and aside I'm testing like an engineer, I'm actually testing to find out. I'm always thinking, how can I break this guy? How can I break this guy? Because if you don't break it, people will break it. Like the CMD, if you get a link being posted, maybe today or yesterday or this week, she mentioned that if you don't break the application, it will break users' hearts. Right? So you have to, and in my company, one of the core things they require as a test engineer, I tell you that you have to look for creative ways to break the application. So in fact, nowadays I'm not concerned with the happy part of the application because most times the happy parts will work. Maybe I pick the application. Before I even look at the test cases, right? I just look at the application as someone that doesn't know about test case. I just look at it, oh, what can I do to maneuver this thing and to just break this application? So this is just like it's just like me sharing my body with you people. This is not a talk, right? Just me sharing in case you are doing your retrospective. Inner check. Yeah, so check. So yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I read it from places. So no, no mistake.
Operations are very good.
But I want to break it away.
I